Okay, back again on the Rich Van Tassel channel, breaking down last night's Monday Night Football game between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles won at home 27-7. Was a bad game for both teams. Really, the Eagles won by 20, but didn't really play well at all. So New York was really got to be kicking themselves for that one yesterday. Both teams are now 3-3 in the NFC East and on top of that division. The box score for the New York Giants: Eli Manning, 24 of 38, 189 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Rashad Jennings was 13 for 63 for 4.8 yards per carry. We were expecting that with the injuries to Philadelphia's linebackers that he would have a decent yards per carry. Unfortunately, the Giants were not able to stick with the running game enough because of the fact that they got down and had to throw their way out of it. Odell Beckham Jr. was marked up by Nolan Carroll, not by Byron Maxwell most of the game, which was surprising. He had 7 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown, so Carroll did a pretty good job on him. Also had an interception return for a touchdown, so Nolan Carroll played well last night. Ruben Randle, 5 for 44. Larry Donnell, 3 for 29. Obviously, none of them had touchdowns because Odell Beckham Jr. had the only one. Rashad Jennings lost the fumble. Eli Manning put it on the ground but did not fumble or did not lose the fumble. Giants only had one sack. They did have 3 interceptions, so Sam Bradford was also throwing the ball all over the place a lot. For the Eagles, Sam Bradford, 24 of 38, 280 yards, one touchdown, 3 interceptions, 3 picks, not good at all. DeMarco Murray had his best game of the season, 22 carries, 109 yards. That's 5 yards per carry, just under actually, because that would be 22 for 110 would be 5 yards per carry. Had a touchdown. Ryan Matthews, 9 for 40. Altogether, 37 for 155, 4.2 yards per carry, and the touchdown. So Philadelphia began to establish that run game that they'd like to do. Riley Cooper was 3 receptions for 76 yards and a touchdown. Miles Austin, yes, that Miles Austin, the ghost of Miles Austin past, I guess, was resurrected in Philly last night. He had 3 receptions for 60 yards. Jordan Matthews, 6 for 59. Jordan Matthews did lose a fumble. Sam Bradford fumbled but did not lose it. So, 4 turnovers, you usually don't expect to win by 20 points. But the Eagles were able to do so. The Giants certainly helped that out by turning the ball over as well. Philly had 3 sacks and the interception return for a touchdown. That makes a big difference. So we saw a lot of bad penalties in this game. I saw it was 17-7 last night, and the Eagles got a first down on a running into the kicker on a punt, running into the punter actually. I think that's just a horrific rule. I don't know what it is. And Philly went right down the field, scored a touchdown to make it 24-7, and that really ended the game. Now the Giants were not playing well at all, so it's tough for them to criticize the officiating when you're playing that poorly. However, it's still a bad call. I like neither team, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. I'm actually a Cowboys fan. I'm sure many of you have picked that up at this point. And I get a lot of people who always tell me when I see bad calls against teams like the Giants or the Eagles, well, why don't you like that they get a bad call? It helps your team, because any bad call that's made against one of the teams that I don't like can just be made against the Cowboys. So, I said that after the Dez Bryant catch was over. I don't like seeing bad calls at all. I don't care who's playing. So you can always count on me to be consistent. If I see a bad call, I don't care where it is, who's playing or who's not playing. I'm going to comment on that bad call. And that was a terrible call. And did it cost the Giants the game? They were probably going to lose anyway. But certainly they had no shot after Philly went right down the field and scored. So looking at this, both teams are now 3-3. I believe the Giants still have the better division record. Yeah, both are now 1-2 in the division. So they're both sitting up there. I don't know what remaining tiebreakers this early in the year would put whichever one of those two teams in first. You have Dallas, who was on the bye this week, is now 2-3, and the Washington Redskins 2-4. So Giants had a chance to build some separation in that division, especially with the Cowboys coming in next week, and they did not take advantage of it. And we'll see how that's going to affect them the rest of the year. Eagles have won 2 straight, and they're going to look to keep rolling, but Sam Bradford's play is just not been up to par, and they're going to get beat with that. I'm really surprised with how poorly the Giants played yesterday, and especially after they were winning 3 straight games. You're going to have to wonder where they move on from here. So we'll see what happens the rest of the year. Certainly the NFC East is still wide open, and in 2 days we'll give you the breakdown starting week 7 now of the Thursday night game. So be sure to stay tuned for that, as well as the continued basketball preview for the coming season, as well as baseball updates the rest of the way. So we look forward to getting that information out to you. Thanks so much.